Hi, welcome to Storytelling with Jess. Before we go any further, make sure you hit that button and your notification button and like this video as we, um, continue with our series here, Storytelling by Jess. So I kind of want to talk about this book. It's called The Art of Possibility. I was introduced to this book, oh my gosh, 15 years ago. And basically, the art of possibility is different practices to apply to work life, personal life, however you want to. And I call it my work Bible, so to speak. I go to it a lot and just look at things in it as something may come up, or sometimes even if I experience things in my personal life, I'll go to the art of possibility and kind of see what it's about, and refresh my memory about some of these practices. So today, I wanted to share with you kind of the 10th practice. And it'll be backwards for you all. It's like being the board. So, and if you're going to buy a leadership practice book, or if you're interested in stopping the living in a world of measurement, or wanting to see what is possible. And it's not hokey, dreamy, uh, unrealistic things. It's about being cognizant, um, and not putting barriers in front of yourself or in front of your company if you want to apply this to business. So, being the board, it's the 10th practice. And so the practice, part one, the opening sentence in this portion is, and it reads, so for so the first part of this practice is to declare, I am the framework for everything that happens in my life. I am the framework for everything that works in my life, that happens in my life. Okay. So what does that mean? You know, if you're a person of faith like me, you know that there are some things that aren't controllable and you don't control, and that's by whomever, whatever you believe in. For me, that's Jesus Christ and God. So I know that things that happen, there are some things that are God that are out of my control. However, what is in my control is my free will that the Lord gives me. So we should focus on that, and kind of understand that's the perspective that I come from, and apply it to your life however it fits for you. But in talking about that free will, I am the framework for everything that happens in my life. Okay. So then, the next part reads, if I cannot be present without resistance to the way things are, and act effectively, if I feel myself wronged, a loser, a victim, I will tell myself that some assumption I have made is the source of my difficulty. Okay, so my last video was about using the term I struggle with. And in that video, I talked about changing language so that we could change the way we view things and the way we respond to things, because struggle has such a negative connotation, and it puts us in that place of perhaps, being wrong, or being a loser, or being a victim, when that isn't the place we need to be in. So I think, some of the examples I used were I live with, you know, I live with bipolar depression. I live with grief. Um, so rather using the term I struggle with. So, and kind of to piggyback on that video with this, um, if you cannot be present without resistance to the way things are and act effectively. Okay, so if we can't understand what's going on and be open, um, and so, and understand what resistance means. Okay, so everyone has different personalities, everyone has different thought processes, and um, those individualized things in the way we behave, in the way we process information, those aren't resistance. Resistance is, you know, you you're tired of your job, right? Your job is not being fulfilling. So maybe your resistance shows up behaviorally. Um, you stopped working your very best. You start taking shortcuts, right? Or resistance could be um, rather than focusing on what could be and how you could make change, um, you want to resist that growth, resist that change, resist being a projectile into going to something positive. Okay. So we're going to pick up on the second half of the sentence. If I feel myself to be wronged, a loser, or a victim. So everybody has stuff that happens to them. It's life. This isn't a perfect world. So, you know, if you feel these things, and you put yourself in a victimization place, or you feel like you're not being successful or mastering, and so that makes you feel like you're a loser, or if somebody has a different perspective than you, or they process information and perhaps they disagree and they're trying to have a conversation to kind of get to the same or near the same place, that doesn't mean that you're wronged. That doesn't mean that it is personal. It's just different dynamics of people and how we communicate. So, if in some way you can change that wronged or loser or victim mentality, that's fabulous. But the mantra that you can use to help you get out of that place is this: I will tell myself that some assumption I have made is the source of my difficulty. Simply put, that is personal accountability. That is you talking to yourself in the mirror or on a video screen and saying, I am feeling this way because I have assumed, I have believed, I have interpreted. And we don't have conversations. We don't communicate. And so you're kind of stuck then in that place of being wronged, a loser, or a victim. And you're assuming those things about yourself. So when you get to that place, just kind of reset. And if there's a time of difficulty in your life, then understand that your own thought process is that source. All right, so I'm going to read it one more time in its entirety. Okay. I like to go back and review and so that we can put this whole puzzle together, right? So the first part of the practice is to declare, I am the framework for everything that happens in my life. If I cannot be present without resistance to the way things are and act effectively, if I feel myself wronged, a loser, or a victim, here's the mantra. I will tell myself that some assumption I have made is the source of my difficulty. So many times I think that we hear about accountability coaches or asking partners to help you be accountable. Help me be accountable so that I do not eat a second piece of cheesecake. Help me be accountable to show up at the gym. Help me be accountable to reset. It is no one else's responsibility to help you be accountable. From my perspective and my belief, relying on others to help you be accountable is creating a codependent relationship. The only person that can truly make you accountable for the place that you are in is yourself. You have to become real with who you are. Okay? There's no, okay, so think about it like this. Who really knows every little thought that you have, every feeling that you have, every response you're going to make? You do. Someone may perceive what you are going to do. Someone may have an intuition about how things are going to lay out. But the bottom line is that you know yourself the best. And the main responsibility of accountability lies on you. If you are ever going to be the framework in your life and to be on the board, you have to accept responsibility for how you feel. You have to accept the responsibility for the assumptions that you make. You must communicate with others before any of this difficulty in your life is going to surpass. So, I shared this today at the end of our case managers meeting, and telling, and sharing it with everyone on our team, because honestly, video conferencing, we lose a lot through the bandwidth. And it's, this part of the art of possibility has kind of been with me all week. And I've just been kind of reflecting, and I just have been digging into it and getting to a place, and just doing some self-awareness work, that accountability work. And this is where I found myself today. So I hope that this story and sharing this language from the art of possibility and this practice in particular has been beneficial to you. go buy the book. It's probably a good 15, 17 years old now, at least the edition that I have. So it's a great read. It's a great leadership book. And it's a great book to for self-improvement. So with that being said, thanks for being here with Story Time with Jess. And one more YouTube plug, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. And if you liked this video, give me a big old thumbs up. The Art of Possibility. See y'all next time. Ciao.